Well, hi everyone. You're watching the Let's Talk Food Travel Live Squared show on TV. I'm your host, Andy Asher. This is show number 11, which is a milestone, and I am so proud about how this has grown since we launched in January, although it feels like yesterday. It's been an amazing project that has continually evolved every week, and we are hitting our stride in a big way. Today's Live Squared segment is something really special because it's a subject that deserves more attention than what it gets. It's also about an underreported subject that has a huge impact on our lives, our health, our happiness, and our longevity. Thankfully, not entirely ignored though, in the ongoing history-making 85-year Harvard study about what makes us happy, the important question for all of us, right? Standing above all else is the importance of friendships. That's right, friendships. We are not talking about medicines and hospitals and big scientific discoveries. We're talking simply about having friends and connections. And that alone helps us live longer. And it turns out friendships may be as important, if not more important, than a healthy diet, regular exercise, staying off cigarettes and booze, obesity, and all the other stuff that we all know isn't good for us. What totally blew me away is when I came across this video with superstar actor Christopher Walken, reminding us of the importance of friendships.
We're born alone, we die alone. And in between, we spend our lives looking for something, connection. That's all we want. Every once in a while, we might find it in a true friend. Many friendships will come only to fade as quickly as a firework, but some, a rare and precious few, turn life up to 11 and keep it there.
If you are interested, stay tuned, and we will play his entire 3-minute ad at the end of the show. It is very, very impactful. Meantime, I am also the editor of the Bloomer Boomer online platform about positivity, productivity, and happiness for people over 55. And practically every week, we visit Mimi's Kitchen, and it's no exception this week.
How easy is this? And it is delicious. Me, I'm gonna eat it with some pita bread.
We will be right back with Mimi shortly. In our travel adventures today, we continue to an historic place, which is quite possibly the most significant series of events where it took place in California in all of the 19th century that may have changed the sensibilities of people who live there today. So today we're at the old livery stable, but walk through Jackson's Pioneer Cemetery and you'll discover how far the first settlers traveled in search of fortune here. We travel to the heart of the gold country where 19th century risk takers came from every spot on the globe hoping to strike it rich. So before we go to the gold country, let's take a dip into Mimi's kitchen.
Well, hello. Today I'm gonna make some very nice Mediterranean prawns. They are sitting in some smoked paprika, Spanish smoked paprika, garlic, salt, black pepper, coriander, and cayenne pepper, of course, because you know how we like spicy. And then while this was sitting here, I sliced all my peppers, orange, red, and yellow, some red onions. I minced some garlic. I chopped some parsley, and we're gonna make this wonderful, wonderful dish in one skillet. Yeah, you don't have to do anything else. So I'm just gonna warm up this and then come back and show you how I do it, okay? See you later.
Thanks, Mimi. We will see you very shortly. Now, in our Live Squared section of today's show, we explore friendships. In researching the topic, I was literally blown away by how important that is. After all, whenever I think about what it means to be healthy, I always remember what my parents reminded me of about, not eating junk food and doctors telling me about getting regular exercise. But no one ever really talked about the importance of friendships and belonging. But I never realized the importance of friends. turns out it's possibly more important than diet and exercise. Listen to this.
Have you ever heard of the Harvard study that ran for 75 years to assess what makes us happy? It's a revolutionary study in psychology. It followed the lives of two groups of men for over 75 years, and it now follows their baby boomer children to understand how childhood experience reaches across decades to affect health and well-being in middle age. So what keeps us happy and healthy as we go through life? If you think it's fame and money, you're not alone. But according to psychiatrist Robert Waldinger, you're mistaken. As the director of a 75-year-old study on adult development, Waldinger has unprecedented access to data on true happiness and satisfaction, and he lays it all bare in this TED Talk.
What keeps us healthy and happy as we go through life? If you were going to invest now in your future best self, where would you put your time and your energy? The clearest message that we get from this 75-year study is this: good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. We've learned three big lessons about relationships. The first is that social connections are really good for us and that loneliness kills. Second big lesson that we learned is that it's not just the number of friends you have, and it's not whether or not you're in a committed relationship, but it's the quality of your close relationships that matters. And the third big lesson that we learn about relationships and our health is that good relationships don't just protect our bodies, they protect our brains.
So, the biggest predictor of your happiness and fulfillment overall in life is basically love. Specifically, the study showed that having someone you can rely upon helps your nervous systems relax, helps your brain stay healthy, and reduces emotional pain. The data also clearly found that those who feel lonely are more likely to see their physical health decline earlier and die younger. It's not just the number of friends you have, and it's not whether or not you're in a committed relationship. It's the quality of your close relationships that matters. It doesn't matter whether you've got a huge group of friends or if you're in the perfect romantic relationship, it's the quality of the relationships that count the most. How much depth and honesty exists within them, the extent to which you can relax and be seen for who you truly are. This is a great reminder to prioritize authentic connection with others, because the data is clear that, in the end, you could have all the money you've ever wanted, but without loving relationships, you won't be happy.
That is Dr. Robert Waldinger, who conducted an 85-year Harvard study of adult life and the world of lessons about what the good life really looks like. As we get older, we take a new turn. You know, it might be divorce, career, relocation, loss of loved ones, whatever the case. Friendships can fall away, and it turns out that can be devastating to our health. We learn that friendships require maintenance, and we need social connections. Here at Let's Talk Food Travel Live Squared and at bloomerboomer.com, we have started a virtual meeting place for new people. It meets online every week at meetup.com and Making Friends group on Facebook. You're welcome to join us here. Now back to that video with actor Christopher Walken, who starred in a lot of movies: Catch Me If You Can, The Deer Hunter, Hairspray, and about 100 other films. Now this monologue was strong and profound. Who would have thought it's about a super duper mountain bike? Here is the entire piece.
We're born alone, we die alone. And in between, we spend our lives looking for something, connection. That's all we want. Every once in a while, we might find it in a true friend. Many friendships will come only to fade as quickly as a firework, but some, a rare and precious few, turn life up to 11 and keep it there. You gotta hold on to friends like these because, just like air, You'll miss them when they're gone. No one else gets it, but they do, because they know what's in your soul, your heart, your mind. They can blindside you, come out of nowhere, but you'll know them right away. You'll click as perfectly as a jack plug into an amp. They'll know what you're thinking before you've thought it. Anticipating your every move, they'll understand the demons as well as the angels inside of you, never judging you for it either. And together, you'll uncage a thrill that makes you surge with life. But don't be fooled. Friendships are not easy. You gotta put the effort in and take as good care of them as you do your own flesh. There will be good times and epic, adrenaline-filled challenges where it seems there's no way you can make it, but if you trust in one another and commit, you'll find a way, coming through together, closer, stronger. Even so, you, they, the world, in time, everything and everyone changes. Slowly, that boiling energy of young friendship will cool and be replaced by the bonds of a deep, mutual history, complete with the scars that tell the stories of a lifetime well lived. It's as inevitable as ripples altering their size. So don't fight it, go with it. Ride it out together, just like Jeffsy and I.
That was such a breakthrough, and his heartfelt monologue of the human connection to friendships. Before we head to this week's travel segment, let's duck into Mimi's kitchen, see how she's doing.
I am back. So my skillet is warm. I am using today 1 little spoon of ghee. I always like ghee better than butter. All right. And then a little bit of, just 1 round of little bit of virgin olive, extra virgin olive oil, like that. And let's start the magic. We're just gonna put the onions. You know, the skillet should not be smoking, just warm, so you can put your onions, because we do not want to burn the onions or the anything. We just want to make them nice and cooked but not burnt, and we don't want to mushy either. So just a little bit of that first, and then I'm adding my garlic, minced garlic. Have everything there, don't lose anything. Put a little bit of kosher salt, like that. All right, and stir like for a minute or so, and smells so good already. All right, you add your peppers like this. So this dish, you do not want to cook those vegetables too much. We want them a little bit. You want to bite. You want to bite in the vegetable. Okay. So we put a little bit more salt here for the peppers. A little bit of black pepper. All right. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you smell? Oh, it smells so good. All right. Alrighty. So now it's time to put your little wine, if you like, white wine. All right. And then just diced tomatoes, like that. Not too much, just a little bit. Like that. Alrighty. A squeeze of lemon juice, and I like the Mayer lemons because I have a bunch of them. My friend gave me a lot of them, so I use them. Oh, I just got some seeds in there, so I'm just gonna fish them out. There you go. Very easy. Voila. All right. Now let this simmer a little bit, and we're gonna add our beautiful prawns in there, and it's gonna be all right. Now we add the prawns, and the prawns are already seasoned. You do not have to season them again. You just add them because you do not want to cook them too much. So add them in here. Voila, voila. And I'll be right back for the final. I'll show you how it all came up, okay?
Can't wait to get back to her in just a few moments. Now, our travel adventure this week takes us to the California gold rush, town of Jackson. After 1848, literally people from around the world arrived in search of gold. Jackson, named after Colonel Alden Jackson, was founded in 1848. The mining camp grew quickly, as besides being a popular mining spot, it was also a convenient stopping place on the road from Sacramento to the southern mines. One of the town's most prominent historical landmarks, the Kennedy Mine, began operation in 1860. At the time of its closure during World War II, in 1942, it was one of the deepest gold mines in North America. So today we're at the old livery stable, but walk through Jackson's Pioneer Cemetery and you'll discover how far the first settlers traveled in search of fortune here, including Sweden, Switzerland, Spain, and Serbia. Many worked in the Kennedy Mine, one of the deepest in the gold country. On August 27, 1922, 47 miners became trapped when a fire broke out in the Argonaut Mine. All 47 miners died in the fire, but the last body was not recovered until over a year later. The Argonaut Mine incident was the worst gold mine disaster in U.S. history. In 1842, the U.S. government passed the War Production Board Limitation Order, which signaled the demise of gold mining in California. The government needed the men for the war, and gold was not considered a strategic war metal. Next week, we will have a new travel adventure. Be sure to join us. Let's take a final look at Mimi's kitchen before we go.
Hi, I'm back. This is nice and ready. So I'm gonna add my chopped parsley, right? And then just serve it. Look how beautiful it is. So I'm gonna show you how I serve it in these nice bowls like this. They just look wonderful. So if you wanna eat it with rice or pasta, do so. We wanna eat it just like that with some pita bread. So there you go. It just, oh my goodness, so good. Okay, there you go. You add all those beautiful, beautiful vegetables. You add more parsley, and of course, you serve it with some citrus, like that. Can you see this? How easy is this? And it is delicious, believe me. You can, like I said, you can make basmati rice or pasta, whatever you want, or some potatoes even. And me, I'm gonna eat it with some pita bread. So until next time, I hope this will be easy for you to make. Ciao.
Thank you, Mimi. Well, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Talk Food Travel Live Squared. If you enjoyed this segment, or if you learned something new, I want to tell you 3 ways that you can support the show and keep Let's Talk Food Travel Live Squared going. And number 1, get yourself subscribed. Every week, I am bringing on the influencers and I'm bringing on the people who can teach you something or have something interesting to share. So let's take a moment. So just hit that subscribe button. And number 2, this is the ultimate way to support Let's Talk Food Travel Live Squared. And, it takes less than a minute. You can write something short and sweet like, I love this show. It's changed your life. Or something you learned from it. I am not exaggerating that I read reviews every day, and every single one, whether short or long, it means everything to me. And the more reviews means the higher we rank on all those algorithms, which means bigger guests. So just take a moment to leave a review. And then 3, share the show with your friends. Just hit that share button. I am eternally grateful. And thank you so much for supporting this show. I will see you again next Tuesday for another episode of Let's Talk Food Travel Live Squared.